We welcome you inside the Beckley-Raleigh County Convention Center, affectionately known as the Armory, as Video Productions brings you continuing coverage of West Virginia high school basketball. And this Saturday we have a full plate of action for you as the New River CTC Invitational wraps up with some outstanding matchups, 5 games in all. And we have hit game number 5 of the day, a boys showdown between the Spartans of Greenbrier East, and they go up here against the Shady Spring Tigers. Greetings from Beckley, along with our great video productions crew. I'm Mark Martin, delighted to have you with us, and joined as always by 2-time NAIA National Coach of the Year, Bob Bolin. And Bob Bolin, 2 excellent basketball teams getting set to square off here in this final game of this great event that started on Wednesday.
Oh, definitely the Shady Spring Tigers and the Greenbrier East Spartans both having terrific seasons this year. Shady Spring coached by Ronnie Olson, and Greenbrier East coached by the legendary NBA player Bimbo Cole. Both guys doing a great job with their team. Tremendous success this year. I'm excited about this matchup. I know they scrimmaged early in the year, and you start to score over each quarter, but obviously you talk to both coaches about that, and Greenbrier East got the better of Shady in a scrimmage game, but those don't count, and we'll see what happens here tonight. But I'm excited about this matchup.
Yeah, I am too, with Greenbrier East coming in number 8 and Shady Spring number 2. Greenbrier East in 4A and Shady in the AAA class. And tell you what, it's just so interesting this season. We're into an interesting time of basketball when you consider the fact that here we are on Final Four Saturday. We're doing high school basketball. The state tournament's usually over a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
but because of COVID, here we are. We're delighted to be here. And then throw in the fact that this year, Bob, West Virginia high school basketball has 4 classifications.
Yes, I'm just happy. Look at the crowd. They're going to have to close the doors. We're at 25% capacity, and people are so excited to be out here. There's a big crowd here. I mean, they'll hit the limit for this game. And people are excited to see a live event. People are excited to be out in public. And West Virginia high school basketball is such a tradition in a lot of these communities. And I'm excited to be back, and I'm not sorry that I'm not at home watching Gonzaga. I was waiting on Gonzaga and Baylor anyway, so I'm not sorry I'm there.
Now, many thanks to Joe Sharp, Darren McGuffin at Greenbrier Channel 5 for carrying tonight's contest between the Spartans and Shady Spring. Had a chance earlier to chat with Bimbo Coles. As you said, the legend, known Bimbo a long time, followed his career at Greenbrier East, at Virginia Tech, and into the NBA, and of course obviously the Olympics as well. And I'll put it out there, Bob. I was a part, and I think you were too. Were you a part of selecting those top players with the Charleston Gazette?
Yes.
I was on that, and Bimbo was my pick.
Yes,
Bimbo,
mine too.
Yeah, was he? Okay,
yes.
Bimbo was my pick. As far as, because they made it, the deal was who you really had the chance to see.
You had to see him in person.
Yeah, and Bimbo stood out.
He looks like he could still play.
Oh, my goodness. Well,
elite athletes, even when they get older, they still look like they're in shape. What a good guy. I hadn't been around Bimbo much. I coached him in a celebrity game when Chris Herring came to speak in West Virginia, but I haven't been around him much. And here lately on these scrimmage games that I do and some of these other events, I've been around him, and just a professional, good guy.
Yeah, and unfortunately, his son, Bailey Coles, who's an outstanding player, is not going to be playing here tonight. So that will be a hit for the Spartans, no question about it.
Big hit. And, talking about Bimbo and then talking about Ronnie Olson, what I like about him, he wouldn't back down if it was red or back on the other side of the court. Competitive, gets after it, has his team playing that way, up in the top-ranked teams of the AAA. So both of these programs are on the upswing, getting better, and I'm excited to watch these two teams go at it.
Yeah, these are two teams that we could very well see in Charleston the first week in May. May Madness. Make it to May. That's what coaches are saying this year with COVID. Well, you mentioned Ronnie Olson. He's the head coach of Shady Spring, standout player at Independence. and took on Morgantown last night. And that was an interesting matchup because he and Dave Tallman played against each other in a state championship game back in 2000 when Ronnie was playing at Independence and Dave was playing for his father, Dave Sr., at Magnolia High School. And Ronnie then went on, played at Bluefield State, Ohio Valley. And again, we mentioned Bimbo Coles. Well, he was not only an all-state basketball player of the year, but he was an all-state football player. He was drafted in Major League Baseball. And Homer Criddle always said, well, he could definitely have played in the NFL. But he chose to go to Virginia Tech, all-time leading scorer. And then he was one of 2 players to have his jersey retired. And then what a career in the NBA. I mean, people I just don't think realize how many years he played in the NBA. We'll get into all that.
14. You know what I like? He doesn't act like it.
No.
I mean, I have a lot of respect for him, a lot of respect for what he's doing, and 2 good programs. Excited to watch this game.
All right, Scott Cantley is our referee. Jay Rutledge and Stephen Robinson will work the game with Mr. Cantley here tonight. And, well, when you talk about outstanding players in this game, one of them is Braden Chapman. And then on the move there for Shady, Amar Maxwell, 6'2 freshman, getting a start here. Greenbrier East with the basketball. And I really like this kid, Adam Seams. Saw him last year at the Armory, and Seams will fire it from the corner, won't go. Ball tapped around and back controlled by Greenbrier East. And one thing Bimbo talks about with his team, Bob, is the fact there's depth. Now, again, they're without Bailey Coles now, and also young Gabbert, John Gabbert. But they've got players.
They do, and that's 2 key players right there that they're missing.
They whip it around. Here is Maxwell. His shot won't go. Ball tapped around. Holstein had a shot at it there, but here comes Greenbrier East.
I like their ball movement.
From the corner, the shot is good, and there is William Gabbert, the George Washington transfer, and he knocks down the 3-pointer, and Greenbrier East is on the board.
A lot of people think that William Gabbert may be the best standstill shooter in the state.
Driving toward the bucket there was Todd Duncan, and here comes Seams, and Seams right down the seam, but couldn't get it to go. Rebound, Cole Chapman. Racehorse basketball right now, Bob Bola. I like it.
Yes, it is, and a block call there. Oh, I'm enjoying this up and down the court as we look at our Summit Community Bank instant replay. Gabbert from the corner knocks it down.
Foul was on Tucker Vi, number 2 for Greenbrier East. So that's team foul number 1. Cole Chapman, according to Ronnie Olson, he's just kind of the engine that makes everything go. Here's Todd Duncan, thought about the 3, going to drive baseline,
Good
kick
pass.
it back out. And here is Cole Chapman, rattles around Holstein. Now, this young man has all kinds of ability, just a 6'6 sophomore, still growing, and he has Shady on the board.
Getting better. Holstein with a nice stick back. Shady out there with 3 sophomores, a freshman, and 1 senior.
The future's bright, I think, don't
yes.
you?
Yeah. 100-watt.
Gabbert gets it to Davis. Davis with the basketball. And now Seams will have it again. Seams just a sophomore.
Good pass.
Beautiful feed, Seams, and now we got a foul called.
And it was. Good call by the referee there. Quentin Wilson had a 6-footer, and he tried to turn it into a 3-footer. And they should have took that 6-footer and not charged, and easy call for the referee. Greenbrier East in a full court man. They really like to put the pressure defense and wear teams down.
Here's Maxwell, a little running one-hander, and a foul called. And, boy, that's going to hurt because I believe that is going to go against Wilson. It is his second, and that's team foul number 3.
2 fouls in 8 seconds. Yeah. Right here it is. And easy call.
And Bimbo Cole's going to have to go to the bench.
He already has 2 of his top 6 out, and then here comes the 3rd one. So Shady Spring really needs to take advantage of this situation with Wilson going to the bench. Maxwell,
just 14 years old, 6'2 freshman. Ronnie Olson says this kid's going to be big time.
I think so, too. Can step behind the 3 and shoot it. Tougher now. Shady, they're going to get after it full court man, too. Both of these teams are going to get after each other full court, play hard, and both teams have some shooters on the floor.
William Gabbert with it, goes to Seams. Seams brings it around. They'll swing it to Gabbert in the corner. Gabbert's shot won't go. Going up for it is Braden Chapman. Chapman racing it across the timeline, goes to his twin brother. And now here is Holstein putting it up with the left hand, wouldn't go. And Jude Libby, who checked in for Quentin Wilson, yanks down the rebound for the white-clad Spartans of Greenbrier East. Shady Spring in the blue uniforms. Great to have you with us here. Video Productions and Greenbrier Channel 5. Final game of this New River CTC Invitational. Seams make that on the drive is Monquel Davis, and Davis scores it.
Shady's ball, Greenbrier's ball movement created all that crisp passing, clearing the floor out, and here they'll go at it on transition too. But I really like how they pass the ball. The passes are crisp, and that was a clear out. It wasn't one of those standing clear outs. They moved the ball left and right and got it.
Well, good hustle here. Greenbrier East gets it right back. Seams with it, and he'll get it to Monquel Davis.
Yeah, the ball changed sides of the court.
Tucker Vi.
Look at that
gives
passing.
it to Gabbert. Back to Vi. Wouldn't drop, and Holstein skies for the rebound.
Jaden Holstein challenging the shot, getting the rebound.
Braden Chapman delivers.
Big time jumper, nice follow through, strong. Going to be a big time. He's already a big time player, but going to really be a big time player. Only a sophomore.
Braden and twin brother Cole. And of course, last season they were joined by older brothers.
Yeah, remember that's when I took over play-by-play that game.
They were both.
When I said Chapman passes to Chapman,
we did have all four Chapmans on the court at one time, didn't we?
That was the only time I ever did play-by-play. I couldn't mess up. Chapman passes to Chapman, and Chapman rebounds.
Yeah, Dane and Haven were the older set of twins in that family.
And Brian still thinks he can beat them all one-on-one. Got something coming to him for these young ones now. He's awful tough, but good pass by Cole Chapman. Holstein with a nice finish. Holstein's getting better by the week.
Holstein has 4 in the game, and that makes it a 9-5 Shady Spring lead. Seams dribbling through traffic. Seams in trouble, and Seams going to lose the basketball, and scooped up there. Here comes Cole Chapman over to Todd Duncan, who can hit it from the parking lot and shows it right there.
And I say 2 of the best shooters. Now, a lot of people think Todd Duncan is the best pure shooter in AAA, and that guy with the ball right there may be the best pure shooter in Quad A.
Here's Davis. Davis zipping it down low now from the corner. This is Seams. Couldn't get it to drop. Aaron Griffith, number 10, has checked in for Greenbrier East. He's a 6'1 junior. Here's Braden Chapman.
Did you like that? Quad A. I like that term. Quad A.
I do too.
Trying to get fancy, Mark. Ring it up.
Braden Chapman. This one won't drop. And the rebound by Griffith, the 6'1 junior. Ahead they go to Davis. And then Davis gets it back to Seams. And Davis again.
Look at the ball movement. Greenbrier has tremendous ball movement.
Clay Jackson's checked into the game, and he keeps it alive there for Greenbrier East. And now Vi will check back in, and heading out will be Davis.
Right here you see Todd Duncan from deep, from the parking lot.
Duncan competed today in the North-South All-Star Golf Classic at Glade before playing basketball here tonight. Shot no good for Greenbrier East.
Oh, beautiful pass.
Shady. Sam Jordan will lay it in, and Bimbo Coles wants to talk things over. 32nd time out here, and it's a 14-5 Shady Spring lead.
Now, Mark, Michael Jordan used to go play 36 holes and then drop 63 points. So, Todd, that's good. He went golf some today. He's so good at it, I'm sure it didn't take much energy. So, it's not going to affect his three-point shooting. Now, if he went and ran a marathon today, and, I got to rub golfers in, and the only reason is because I'm terrible.
Because I was going to say because you can't golf.
I can't golf. And, boy, I tried for about 6 years and just didn't get any better. And you know what it taught me? If you have bad fundamentals, it doesn't matter how much you practice. If you're practicing bad, it's not going to help. Practice does not make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect.
It's live streaming telecasts, video productions, and Greenbrier Valley Channel 5. Many thanks to the friends of the Greenbrier East Spartans, Mike and Susan Dixon, Michael and Lindsay Flack, the Bank of Monroe, Chad D. Mary, attorney at law, Dixon and Key, HVAC.
Greenbrier East got to get it going here. Down 9 early. There's Gabbert. Good set play out of the timeout.
And Gabbert just couldn't get it to go, but again, nice little rebound there by Clay Jackson. Gabbert trapped in the corner, got to get it to someone, does. Vi gets it, and now this is Griffith.
Well, you come out of a timeout and you hit a fade pick for Gabbert, and he's able to get a good look at the basket, and then he drives hard to the basket, just not able to convert. And
ball will go out of bounds. Shady Spring will have it. It looks like Cameron Manns, number 10, checking in for Shady. So both Chapman still out there, Holstein is out there, and Duncan. So Cameron Manns, number 10, 6'4" sophomore quarterback on the Shady Spring football team, playing for former Flying Eagle Vince Colacerto, the head football coach there at Shady. And here is Cameron Manns. Shot would not drop, but Manns gets his miss, drives in, and rolls it through.
You know, they used to say, touch it once before you shoot it. Cameron Manns got in there and shot it twice before he ever touched it.
16-5, and driving to the bucket is Aaron Griffith, and he's going to be fouled with 39.9 to go.
As we look at the replay, Cameron Manns on the miss, gets the rebound, able to get all the way to the hoop. A little Euro step, knocks it down.
Jaden Holstein committing the foul. It's the first foul on Shady.
Yeah, Aaron Griffith knocks down the free throw, and Greenbrier East hasn't scored in a while. And that's tough when you're Bimbo Coles. You call a timeout and you run the perfect play, get your best shooter a good look, and it just won't fall down.
Sam Oltz, 5'10" senior, number 23, has checked into the game for the Spartans of Greenbrier East. Located in beautiful Fairleigh. Here's Holstein. Get it back out to Cole Chapman. And now Braden Chapman will work around. Todd Duncan has it.
And Shady doing a good job of getting the clock down. Cole Chapman took that a little quickly. Right, still 8 seconds for Gabbert to get the ball up the court.
And down he goes, and here is Vi driving in, and Vi's scoop shot wouldn't go, and that will do it. 16-6 lead for the Tigers of Shady Spring over Greenbrier East. You're watching live streaming coverage of the New River CTC Invitational and Greenbrier East Spartans basketball and video productions and Greenbrier Valley Channel 5.
Did you hear that? The State Farm thing. Dun-da-da-da-da. I think we're in a commercial. Jake from State Farm, I knew it.
Don't worry, Chris. Things are gonna go surprisingly great.
Dad, look!
Ooh, see? Surprising. Just like State Farm's surprisingly great rates.
I didn't even record.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Did you know when you send or receive a text message, you take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds? At 55 miles per hour, that's like driving more than the length of a football field blindfolded. As a result, thousands of people die every year in crashes related to distracted driving. That's why we're cracking down on people who text or use their smartphones while driving. We would rather you cross the goal line alive. Law enforcement officers write tickets to save lives.
Ready for the second 8 minutes of play here between the Spartans of Greenbrier East and the Tigers of Shady Spring. Final game on what is day 4 of the New River CTC Invitational. 5 today, Greenbrier East and Shady Spring finishing it up. It was Morgantown's girls winning an overtime game against Beckley's girls to start the day, and then Morgantown boys winning over Beckley Woodrow Wilson, and then it was Princeton, a winner over West Side, and Man came away with a win over Independence. And now these two battling, and right now that's going to be a charge against Holstein. Shady Spring with this 16-6 lead, but the ball will go back over to Greenbrier East.
And good call again by the officials. Definitely a charge. Holstein a little out of control. Greenbrier East doing a great job of getting down, taking the car. Both of these teams, Mark, are playing positionless basketball. You see 5 people on each team that all step out behind the 3. They all drive it. I enjoy watching. This is the new wave of basketball, and both teams are able to do it.
Adam Seams gets it into the corner to Vi. Seams on the move. Vi will penetrate, and off the glass, and it goes through for Tucker Vi, the senior. It's his first bucket of the game to make it a 16-8 count. Here comes Braden Chapman.
Tucker Vi with a nice kiss off the glass. I'll tell you what, that young man is tough as nails. 23, Sam Oltz taking the charge. As we look at the other end, Tucker Vi with a nice scoop, kiss off the glass. You see that charge? He took it and got up and smiled about it like he liked it. I tell you, tough kids. Both these teams have tough kids.
Cameron Mans with his first foul, team foul number 3 on Shady. Greenbrier East with 3 team fouls. So Greenbrier East looking to carve into the Shady Spring lead that at the moment is 8.
Now Holstein out of the game. You see Greenbrier East adjusted by trying to get William Gabbert the ball in the paint.
Seems.
Yeah, it seems easy. Hey, now Mark, there's no shot blocker in the game for Shady, and Bimbo recognized that. His team's going to take it right to the hole and try to get easy shots. And Shady doing the same thing. Neither team has a shot blocker on the court. I didn't see that walk, but traveling called against Shady. So going back the other way. And Ronnie Olson has a look of question on his face about that traveling violation. But nonetheless, Greenbrier East has the ball, 16-10. Look for them to spread the ball. Look for either, William Gabbert's taking a seat right now. Look for them to drive the basketball because there's no shot blocker in the game for the Tigers.
Maxwell back into the game for Shady Spring. This is Monquel Davis, 5'9", sophomore.
There he goes.
And there is Adams dribbling around and taken away there by Todd Duncan. Duncan gets it into the hands of Cameron Mans, who puts up the shot, rattles around, won't go. Vi has it, and looking for Adams in trouble, and finally finds Davis.
Yeah, there was a chance to turn in a good shot for a great shot. Had Todd Duncan behind him. You know, Greenbrier Ace, I love how they change sides of the court with the ball. They make you cover the whole 42 feet sideways of the court, and then Seams going in, put it in the basket.
Seams with 4 points now.
I'll tell you what, you know, and that's all set up by the crisp passing and the ball movement. And I'm going to say it again, Greenbrier East does a tremendous job of changing sides of the floor with the ball. When a team gets the ball down on one side and they don't reverse it, you can slide your help over. East does a good job of moving the ball side to side, creating open driving lanes. And Mr. Seams put it in the basket. Adam Seams.
All right, Seams has 5 in the game, and it's a 16-13 game. Splitting the defense is Chapman. Chapman gets it over to Maxwell. His shot wouldn't go. Batted around, and Seams will bring it away here. So a 16-13 game, and Greenbrier East a chance to whittle away a bit more. Who knows? Maybe take the lead. Gabbert on the move. He'll bring it across, and the shot on its way, three-pointer would not go for Altz.
Greenbrier East on an 8-0 run. They were down 16-6, 8-0 run for the Spartans.
And Shady has not scored here in this
Good
quarter.
pass.
Nice pass, and up with the shot, and it wouldn't go for Sam Jordan, but a foul is called.
Sam Jordan limping a little bit back to the foul line, trying to stop this 8-0 run by the Spartans. Good pass by Todd Duncan. Sam Jordan able to draw the foul, knock it down.
Foul was on Altz. That's his first, and that's team foul number 4.
And you know what I say, 2 missed free throws is the exact same result as a turnover. If you're going to get fouled, you got to go to the foul line and knock them down. Let's see how Sam Jordan does on this second one. An invisible turnover, good.
Got that one.
Made it, so it's not an invisible turnover.
All right, makes it a 17-13 game here, and bringing the ball across the floor across the timeline, Monquel Davis. Greenbrier East with it. Alt goes to Davis.
Look at that ball movement again, Mark.
Alt has it in the corner.
Look how they sprint. They sprint on their cuts. They look for the ball. They just do a tremendous job. Look at the ball movement. Wow.
Here's Davis, three in the corner. It would not drop.
Didn't pay off, but you can tell that's a well-coached team when that ball moves like that. The snaps on the there, and then Braden Chapman.
Yeah, he's
and then again, that's well coaching too, because the floor is spread. There's nobody in the post, so Braden Chapman can get there. Great move by Chapman.
19-13 our score here. Shot from Davis, and the three would not go. Here comes Shady on the attack, and Todd Duncan brings it across the 10-second line, gets it to Braden Chapman, launches the three, couldn't get it to go, and here come the Spartans on the attack. Tucker Vi, Monquel Davis, Gabbert on the move. He'll pull up and stroke it.
William Gabbert, nice little mid-range J. Shady's leads cut to 4.
Gabbert has 5 in the game. Cole
Good
Chapman
play.
over to Todd Duncan, 3 wouldn't go, and Braden Chapman I think went over the top there and will be hit with the foul. That will be his first of the game.
Couldn't tell from my angle, but you know now, over the back is not a foul. You got to be on the back, got to make contact, and maybe tell from this angle. Oh, that's Gabbert on that nice J on the baseline. William Gabbert's got a three-point shot, got a perfect stroke, elbow in, balance, the beef acronym, balance, eyes, elbow, and follow through with William Gabbert.
Jude Libby has checked back into the game. Adams back in. This is Davis with it. Greenbrier East looking to get a little closer here against Shady Spring. And here is the shot on the way. Boy, that looked good. The three-pointer off the release of number 3, Clay Jackson.
They got Jude Libby with a push in the back, going for the offensive rebound. Jude
Libby hit with his first foul. Team foul number 5 on the Spartans.
We're having Todd Duncan. Let's look at what type of set. Giving the point over to Duncan and have the Chapman brothers coming off of down picks trying to get open.
Braden Chapman on the move,
Good
kicking
pass.
it into the corner, and the shot just would not go there for Jordan, and the ball out of bounds, and it stays with Shady Spring. Rush Jordan, and one of the assistants for Shady Spring. That is Sam's dad. Maxwell working there.
Good pass
Against Jackson, and here is Braden Chapman. Couldn't get it to go. Out of there with it is Adam Seams. Seams driving. Adam Seams couldn't get it to go for Greenbrier East. I really like Adam Seams.
I do too. He's got a lot of spunk about him. He's quick. He moves the ball. Todd Duncan with a beautiful fake pass, kept his dribble alive, able to get all the way to the basket to give Shady a 6-point lead.
Yeah, Duncan got away from Seams on that play. Gabbert from way out and spins out, wouldn't go. Rebound, Cole Chapman.
Always under control, Cole Chapman makes the right play. Lost the handle on that, and he's usually tight with the handle. Not many unforced turnovers by Cole Chapman. Here's Todd Duncan, the little fake handoff. Both defensive players went with Braden Chapman, and Todd Duncan with a nice little nifty move to get all the way to the basket. Yeah, I like Seams too. He's spunky, he's quick with the ball, he's active. Got a lot of good qualities for a point guard.
5'10" sophomore. Gabbert, whip it around, Davis. Davis wants to attack. Here is Seams. He'll fire and can't get it to go. Rebound by Maxwell. Cole Chapman looks back at the clock. We approach a minute and a half here. 21-15, Shady by 6 and looking to add to its cushion here. Maxwell back out. Under a minute and a half now to go. Cole Chapman in trouble. but I believe they wanted a timeout called there. And Ronnie Olson calling a timeout. And keep it here, and an important possession on the offensive end and the defensive end.
And you see Todd Duncan, what about 6'1", 6'2" senior? You ready for this, Mark? He was a 4'11" freshman. Todd Duncan's grown 14 inches since he's been in high school. And when he was 4'11" freshman, he could still shoot it from the parking lot.
And you tell kids, don't ever give up, because he's now got a golf scholarship to WVU.
Oh, he didn't start playing golf until about 4 years ago. But he's so coordinated, hand-eye. He can shoot the ball deep, handles the ball. Coach Olson getting on him a little bit. That's not going to bother Todd Duncan. He's been playing this game his whole life, and he's finally bigger than everybody. And he's doing a great job shooting the ball, and that was a nice little fake handoff there by Todd Duncan.
Again, Ronnie Olson's coaching staff. Russ Jordan and Ryan Wade. Bimbo Coles is coaching staff. Dave Austin, Jared Patton, and Jamel Samuels. Here is Braden Chapman on the move, right down the middle of the lane. Wouldn't go, and Mans had a chance at it there. Seams feeding Griffith, driving Griffith. Wide open layup and just could not get it to go. But Greenbrier is going to get another chance here, but then Gabbert loses control out of bounds. And
I think Gabbert lost control. It would have been Shady ball. Yep. But they tried to save it. Now it's Greenbrier East ball.
Just under a minute now here to go in the first half. And Greenbrier East down 6. They get it to Adam Seams, 5'10", 160, a sophomore. Shot from the corner, and that is nothing but net for Jude Libby.
Jude Libby knocks it down. After the last timeout, Bimbo came out in a half-court trap. He's back in at this time. If you call a timeout against Bimbo, he's changing defenses on you. Whatever you draw up, you better draw up the next play. Instead of drawing up the play you're going to, draw up the next one, because he's going to change defenses on timeouts.
Todd Duncan lets it fly, and it is splashing through for Duncan, his second 3 of the game. It's 24-18, so the teams trade 3-pointers.
Sweet stroke, Todd Duncan from deep.
All right, Greenbrier East now down 6 again. Gabbert with the basketball. And the back end gives it to Seams. Seams wants to penetrate, spins around, up with the shot. Nice play by Adam Seams. And that will do it for this first half of action. 24-20, Shady Spring on top of Greenbrier East in a battle of 2 state-ranked teams here on Video Productions and also on the Greenbrier Valley Channel 5. Delighted to have you with us as we bring you the final game of this New River CTC Invitational. We are back to discuss it in a moment from Beckley.
Hey, man, I really appreciate that Patrick Price on my insurance, Jake from State Farm. Being a champ has its perks.
Here's the deal, Patrick. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Let me repay the favor with some field passes. Come on.
No favors, just great rates.
Okay, fine. I'll let you wear the ring, but only for a day.
When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
If it looks like an F-150, tows like an F-150, hauls like an F-150, thinks like an F-150, and powers like an F-150, it must be an F-150 hybrid. Introducing the all-new 2021 F-150 Power Boost Hybrid with 570 pound-feet of torque and 12,700 pounds of max available towing.
Little General Stores knows West Virginia. But what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Did you know when you send or receive a text message, you take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds? At 55 miles per hour, that's like driving more than the length of a football field blindfolded. As a result, thousands of people die every year in crashes related to distracted driving. That's why we're cracking down on people who text or use their smartphones while driving. We would rather you cross the goal line alive. Law enforcement officers write tickets to save lives.
We welcome you back inside the Armory here in Beckley, the Beckley Raleigh County Convention Center. On the Dave Barksdale Court, Shady Spring and Greenbrier East battling at the moment, a 24-20 lead for Shady Spring in a game involving a couple of state-ranked teams. And you're watching live streaming coverage on Video Productions and also watching this one live on the Greenbrier Valley Channel 5. And many thanks to the friends of the Greenbrier East Spartans, Mike and Susan Dixon, Michael and Lindsley Flack, Bank of Monroe, J.D. Berry, Attorney at Law, and Dixon and Key, HVAC. Joined by Mike Green, the director of the New River CTC Invitational and the head coach of the Independence Patriots. And Mike, we talked with you earlier in the day, and as this event wraps up, I know you have to feel proud.
Oh, very much so, Mark. And it's just what a way to cap off 4 great days of basketball with the Greenbrier East Spartans playing the Shady Spring Tigers. Just two fantastic teams, and both coaches do an amazing job with their team. Yeah,
we've witnessed some great teams here today. Your club played earlier against the Man Hillbillies. They came in ranked number 1 in Class Single A, and well, I think it's safe to say Man may be the real deal.
Yeah, absolutely. And I tell you, we had the unfortunate opportunity to play what I think is probably the 2 best teams in Single A this year. I don't know who scheduled this tournament, but whoever it is needs to be reevaluated. But the James Monroe Mavericks are a legitimate team as well that I think I cannot imagine another school in Single A that's going to compete with them, and also got their Greater Beckley Christian in there as well.
Yeah, I don't really want to bring this up, but I mean, there's not going to be too many times that the opposition sees the opponent hit 17 threes in back-to-back games.
Yeah, no, I know.
Unbelievable.
Yesterday, and obviously we were slow on rotations, and they had some step-in threes. But even in practice, it's going to be hard to hit 17 threes. I know yesterday Greater Beckley shot 50%, 13 of 26 in the first half. Today, I don't know what the Man Hillbillies shot, but I can assure you it's over 40%.
Well, and you had a pretty good player, McKinney. He went out of the game there, and that certainly didn't help the cause.
Yeah, no, and we're still, I don't want to continue to talk about the COVID break, but, we have played 6 games in 8 days with 2 days of practice after taking 2 weeks off. And, we started the season very well. 2-0, looked really good. I still love our team, but I liked where we were going. We were headed in the right direction, and then the break, and we've never got our legs back. We've never got our timing back, and in turn, once your legs go and the conditioning goes, and then all those basic fundamental things that should be natural tend to fall off as well. And it was a tough week. We were 1-3 this week here in the Invitational. Had to pick up 2 games that we really weren't anticipating playing due to COVID teams that had to leave the Invitational. But being a tournament director and coach, I guess I had to do wear both hats this week.
Well, and when you think about it, the ultimate goal is to get to the state tournament, and the better competition, the better your team is going to become.
Yeah, absolutely. And we got 4 games next week. We take off tomorrow, Monday practice, and then we go West Side, Pikeview next week, along with Wyoming East. But 2 sectional games Tuesday and Wednesday with West Side and Pikeview. So hopefully we'll rest tomorrow and get back in the gym on Monday.
Now, what's your thoughts on the second half of this game as we wrap up this 4 great days of basketball?
Yeah, no, I like it. I mean, this was intentional to have this game as the closeout game. I at the time didn't know Bailey was going to be out. I talked to Bailey yesterday and Coach Coles, and they're trying to bring him back for Wednesday's sectional game with Woodrow. But we'd love to have him here. But irregardless, I mean, it's going to be an amazing second half. The Shady Spring Tigers have them 4 here at halftime. But it's going to be exciting, and I look forward to the next 16 minutes.
Well, all in all, with everything we've dealt with in the past year, and to get this thing off the ground here in 2021, great job, my man, and awesome stuff, and happy we could be a part of it.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. Thanks, Mark.
All right, Mike Green, the director of this great New River CTC Invitational, and also the head coach of the Independence Patriots. And we are getting set to wrap up this event. Another half of basketball to go, and we've got a good one here between state-ranked teams, Greenbrier East and Shady Spring. At the moment, the blue-clad Tigers are in front of the white-clad Spartans 24-20. We will break away, come back, and bring you the second half in just a moment. You're watching live streaming coverage of the New River CTC Invitational on Video Productions, and also watching it live on the Greenbrier Valley Channel 5. Back in a moment in Beckley.
Once again, used car values have skyrocketed. This means you could see a 25 to 30% increase in the value of your car. We want your trade-in, and we want to give this money to our loyal customers instead of paying that additional money to buy vehicles at the auction. So between now and March 31st, Lewis Nissan will offer up to 30% above Kelley Blue Book average condition for your trade. We will also throw in 0% financing for up to 84 months and rebates as high as $6,000. Visit lewisnissan.com or call 1-800-TO-BECKLEY.
So what changed? How would you explain your success?
So I finally decided, don't compromise.
So as you can see, even a dummy knows when you've been hurt in a car wreck, don't compromise.
Welcome back here to the Armory in Beckley, getting set for the second half. 24-20 is our score. Leading scorer for Shady Spring, Todd Duncan with 8 points, couple of three-pointers, 5 by Braden Chapman, 4 by Jaden Holstein, 3 for Samuel Jordan, 2 each for Cameron Manns and Amar Maxwell. Leading the way for the Greenbrier Spartans, Adam Seams has 7, William Gabbard has 5, 3 in the game for Jude Libby, 2 each for Tucker Vi and Monquel Davis, 1 for Aaron Griffith. So, Bob Boland, thoughts as we begin this second half?
It was entertaining first half. Both these teams are playing 4 and 5 games a week, and it's hard to keep getting better. And, I thought Cole Chapman is doing a great job of creating rhythm and balance for his team. That's what a point guard needs to do, is create rhythm and balance. And so does Adam Seams. I think the 2 point guards in this game, say it again, create rhythm and balance for their team. With Greenbrier East, the ball gets moving crisply from side to side, and with Shady, they're able to create drive-in lanes with good floor spacing.
All right, Maxwell put up a wild shot there, and so Greenbrier East will have it for the first time in the second half.
When you hit the scoreboard with a 4-foot shot, it's wild. Right. I mean, not the scoreboard, the shot clocks.
Down low to Gabbert. Gabbert kicks it into the corner, and here is Seams. He can set up and just couldn't get it to go, but Gabbert keeps it alive for the Spartans of Greenbrier East. Coach Bimbo Coles.
I think Coach Coles saw at halftime an opportunity to get William Gabbert on the low post. They went to it early in that possession and look for Gabbert to post up a little bit more this half.
Here is Cole Chapman pulling up, couldn't get it to drop, and snagging the rebound is Quentin Wilson. Wilson, 2 fouls there in that first half, and again, Greenbrier is playing without not only Bailey Coles, but also without John Gabbert.
Yeah, I just don't think those 1-2s or travels. It's it's elongated step, but I'm just not so sure. Just because something looks a little odd, it's not always a travel.
Cole Chapman brings it across the timeline. Shady coming into this contest 7-2. Greenbrier East 8-1.
Yeah, Cole Chapman did a good job of putting another foul on Quentin Wilson. I believe that's his third.
Yep, that's 3.
And he didn't play many minutes the first half due to 2 quick fouls in the span of 8 seconds. And Cole Chapman is always a smart player, knowing that their chances are better if Wilson's over there being one of the assistant coaches for Greenbrier East and going right at the big fella.
Chapman hits the first free throw to make it 25-20, and that one won't go. So it's a 5-point edge for Shady Spring. Here comes Gabbert. He'll pull up, and that one will be short and nearly went out of bounds, but Cole Chapman brings it across the 10-second line for Shady Spring, gives way to twin brother
Good
Braden,
play.
and Todd Duncan delivers.
Oh, man, it's just beautiful basketball. Cole Chapman looked like he was setting his brother Braden up, who makes the extra pass for a better shot for Todd Duncan, who knocks it down.
And Gabbert comes back.
Oh, I like Gabbert. Great mid-range jumper. William Gabbert can stroke it.
28-22 is the score. Braden Chapman penetrates, goes back to Cole Chapman. Wheeling around is Cole Chapman, and here's Todd Duncan. He is on the logo of WVU Tech. He has that kind of range.
He
Here's
does.
Cole Chapman drives in and scores.
Nice little 3/4 hook shot driving down the lane by Cole Chapman. Then he gets a steal on this. Watch Duncan spot up.
Yeah,
Nope, he went all the way to the hole.
game now, and now this block there by Gabbert. Gabbert back to
Look
Braden
at
Chapman.
Chapman, so unselfish.
Whip it around to Duncan, and Duncan can't get it to go. Here comes Greenbrier East on the attack, and stripped away. Braden Chapman whips
Look
it
at
over.
that play.
Cole Chapman, his shot short. Cole Chapman gets the rebound, and back out it goes to Duncan. Duncan flips it up and lays it in. Duncan with 5 here in the third and 13 in the game, and Bimbo Coles wants to take a timeout. 32-22.
Can we say finger roll? Todd Duncan going to the left with the sweet finger roll.
All right, we're back in a moment here in Beckley.
If it looks like an F-150, tows like an F-150, hauls like an F-150, thinks like an F-150, and powers like an F-150, it must be an F-150 hybrid. Introducing the all-new 2021 F-150 Power Boost Hybrid with 570 pound-feet of torque and 12,700 pounds of max available towing.
Little General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians.
Shady Spring has outscored Greenbrier East by an 8-2 count here in this third quarter, and they own a 10-point advantage. Spartans with the basketball, and William Gabbert brings it across the timeline, penetrates, pulls up at the free throw line, and that's certainly something they needed.
Bimbo's been great after timeouts of getting his best player a good look. They're a ball pick. They haven't ran that yet. Gabbert comes off of it, gets a good look.
Gabbert has 9 in the game. Todd Duncan with it. It's a back to Chapman. Chapman will rifle and connect.
Shady's really good at that 4-out guard offense. Braden Chapman knocks down the 3.
Biggest lead of the game at 11. Here is Vi vying for a 3 there and couldn't get it to go. And Shady Spring will try to put some separation between itself and the Spartans of Greenbrier East here in this Game 5 on Saturday. Final day of the New River CTC Invitational from the corner. Wouldn't go for Jordan. A collision down low.
And Seams was boxing out, but I think they're getting him on the undercut of Jaden Holstein.
Seams is first, and that's team foul number 2. Vi is going to come out, and Sam Altz, number 23, will head into the game for
Greenbrier East. Greenbrier East having a hard time scoring, but when you take 25, look at Seams always hustling. You don't hear Bimbo cry or complain about it, but when you take 25 points out of a lineup, there's a chance you're going to score 24 points with 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in the third quarter. And Bailey Coles is such an important part of this team. He's so good on the offensive end, and he demands attention, which opens up the game for other players.
All right, Todd Duncan with the basketball on the move. Out it comes to Cole Chapman, and Cole Chapman stops, gets it to Braden Chapman. Braden Chapman on the move, up with a shot, and Braden Chapman with 5 here in the third quarter, 10 for the game.
What a beautiful scoop shot by Braden Chapman.
37-24, tough shot for Seams, but he gets it to go. Seams now with 9 in the game.
Yeah, Seams with a great move, good score on the basket. Thought he got away. Let's take a look at this. Braden Chapman with that left-handed scoop. Seams on this end, great move, good score. Thought he made a hustle play and got a steal on the inbounds play, but the referees called a foul.
This game being presented by the friends of the Greenbrier East Spartans, Mike and Susan Dixon, Michael and Lindsay Flack, Bank of Monroe, Chad D. Mary, attorney at law, Dixon and Key HVAC, Greenbrier Valley Channel 5, and Appalachian Finishings. Ball out of bounds, and it's going to go over to the Spartans. And triggering it in will be Clay Jackson. So on the floor for Greenbrier East, Clay Jackson, Adam Seams. Jackson's number 3. Seams is 30. William Gabbert is 21. Sam Altz is number 23. Gabbert shot rims in and out. And Jude Libby in there for the Spartans. For Shady Spring, as driving and couldn't get it to go is Mans. They try to keep it alive. Still Shady's ball. Mans in there along with Duncan, the 2 Chapmans, and Holstein. And back into the game for Greenbrier East will be Monquel, Davis, and Seams will get a break. With 2:29 to go here, knocked away by Clay Jackson.
Looks like Bimbo Coles is going to go with Gabbert with the ball on the left side with a ball pick at the top. Gabbert went off the ball pick and scored once. That time he refused the ball pick and had a good look at a 3 but didn't score. But I think that's what Bimbo's going to do to get more shots for William Gabbert.
A tough defense there by Greenbrier East, and Shady could not get the shot to fall for Cameron Mans. Here come the Spartans. William Gabbert on the move, and Gabbert, did he walk or did they get him?
I think got a reach in.
Yeah, I think a foul called.
All right, watch this out of bounds play. Watch for Gabbert setting a pick. Okay, he's taking it out. Watch for Greenbrier. He's picking for Gabbert after the inbounds play.
Gabbert.
There it comes. Here comes picks for Gabbert. Either way, he decides to go left. Good job by Shady Spring playing it. When you see a shooter take the ball out, you know that's coming.
Well, Gabbert.
Yeah, he did.
We're going to have another foul.
Yeah, the Shady Spring fans don't want the foul there, but got to reach in on Gabbert. Gabbert's driving strong. He's going to be very aggressive offensively the rest of the game.
All right, the foul's on Mans. That's his 3rd, team foul number 2 here in this.
Here comes the picks for Gabbert. If they can get the ball. Here they come. Down pick. Good job by Todd Duncan getting right on his trail and telling him.
Work it around. Alts has it to Gabbert. Gabbert. Now on. Davis gets it over to Libby, and Libby fires in the three-pointer. Libby has 6 in the game, and both are three-pointers, and Shady throws it away.
Jude Libby knocking down the tray. Let's look at it. Nice penetration. Libby feet set. He's already hit one from the corner. Nothing but net.
That was the third three-pointer for Greenbrier East, and they've all come, or 2 of the 3 have been released by Libby. All right, here comes the Spartans down 37-29. Driving down the middle of the lane, rolling around and going through for Alts, who gets his first basket of the game. 6-point game at 37-31, and a steal by Monquel Davis. Davis over to Seams. Seams will bring it out, and Seams wants to attack, and Seams is fouled, and Seams hits the deck hard, fouled by Braden Chapman.
And Braden Chapman reached to help him up. Good sportsmanship. They're going to play hard, knock each other down, and that's just how the game's played. I like how Adam Seams plays the game. Tough kid. I like how Braden Chapman plays it also.
All right, foul on Chapman. That's his second. And timeout, Shady Spring. Full timeout. We break away here in Beckley.
Did you hear that? The State Farm thing. Dun-da-da-da-da. I think we're in a commercial. Jake from State Farm, I knew it.
Don't worry, Chris. Things are gonna go surprisingly great.
Dad, look!
Christmas!
Ooh, see? Surprising. Just like State Farm's surprisingly great rates.
I didn't even record.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Did you know when you send or receive a text message, you take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds? At 55 miles per hour, that's like driving more than the length of a football field blindfolded. As a result, thousands of people die every year in crashes related to distracted driving. That's why we're cracking down on people who text or use their smartphones while driving. We would rather you cross the goal line alive. Law enforcement officers write tickets to save lives.
Adam Seams will be at the free throw line for the Spartans of Greenbrier East. 37-31 our count.
Great run by Greenbrier East. Have a chance to cut it to 4 here. Good run, couple turnovers, going to the basket strong. And
Seams.
The big three-point shot by Jude Libby.
Seams hits the first. Now another one coming. Seams is 2 for 2 at the line. He's got 10 in the game now. Seams up, and Seams knocks it through. 2 big free throws there by Seams, 37-33. Here come the Tigers as we go under a minute here in this third quarter.
Greenbrier East able to set up their 2-2-1 press. Shady went through it pretty easily.
Driving and scoring is Mans.
The little Euro step, Cameron Mans.
Mans now with 4 points in the game, and we're going to have a travel on Monquel Davis, and it goes back to Shady Spring with 41.8 to play here in the third.
Davis a little bit out of control there, got his back turned, and Shady defender pulled the chair out from under him.
Todd Duncan with the basketball, penetrates, kicks to Braden Chapman, launches, and that one is short. Alts with the rebound for Greenbrier East. Gives it to Davis, who will bring it across the 10-second line.
Greenbrier East probably should go for one here. 14 seconds left.
Davis penetrates baseline, up with a shot. Oh, boy, that was a nice drive by Davis, and it wouldn't drop. Here comes Duncan.
May have left too much time.
Yeah, you know this guy can fire those threes, and he bounces it off the glass, and that will do it. 39-33. We head to the fourth here on Video Productions.
Once again, used car values have skyrocketed. This means you can see a 25 to 30% increase in the value of your car. We want your trade-in, and we want to give this money to our loyal customers instead of paying that additional money to buy vehicles at the auction. So between now and March 31st, Lewis Nissan will offer up to 30% above Kelley Blue Book average condition for your trade. We will also throw in 0% financing for up to 84 months and rebates as high as $6,000. Visit lewisnissan.com or call 1-800-TO-BECKLEY.
So what changed? How would you explain your success?
So I finally decided, don't compromise.
So as you can see, even a dummy knows when you've been hurt in a car wreck, don't compromise.
Away we go to the fourth quarter, fourth and final quarter of an event that started on Wednesday, and this is Game 5 on Day 4 of the New River CTC Invitational. Shady Spring 39 and Greenbrier East 33, two state-ranked teams. This live streaming telecast being produced by Video Productions. Many thanks to Joe Sharp, Darren McGuffin at the Greenbrier Valley Channel 5 for airing this telecast as well tonight.
Mark, I would have liked to coach with these masks on. Ronnie Olson was livid, wanting to foul there at the end of the quarter, and the fans can't tell what you're saying. That would be great.
All right, William Gabbert drives up with a shot, and he will be fouled.
Good job by William Gabbert using his body, driving the baseline, able to get to the free throw line. You know, he's a scorer. And if you look at him here, good head fake, able to get the angle on the body, got a little bump there, and then they called the bump on the shot.
Samuel Jordan committed the foul. That's his first, team foul number 4, and Gabbert will connect at the free throw line. So Gabbert now with 10 in the game. Lets it fly and puts it in, so he has 11 in the game. It's a 39-35 count.
Greenbrier East going to that full court pressure. Again, Bimbo changes defenses frequently. They were in a 1-2-1-1 press that possession.
All right, here is Braden Chapman to Todd Duncan. Duncan dribbling through the defense. He was in trouble. Gets it to Jordan.
They're trapping all over the court. Great job, Greenbrier East on the steal.
Getting the basketball back. Here's Gabbert. Goes to Bye.
Jude.
Yeah, they get it back out to Jude, and this one rolls around and will not go. Well, that would have been huge for Greenbrier East. Here comes Chapman. Braden Chapman driving in, will draw the foul, but could not get the bucket.
Basketball sense. Braden Chapman. Things have been going Greenbrier East way. Had Jude Libby for a good look at a three. He didn't hit it. Braden Chapman says, I'm going to the foul line. Went strong to the basket, gets rewarded with 2.
Chapman will knock down the first free throw, his first of the night.
It's tough. You can't teach, Mark. You can't teach basketball sense. And things weren't going well for Shady. Greenbrier East had the momentum, and Braden Chapman just great basketball sense there.
Rolls that one through. They are 6 of 8 at the free throw line. He has 12 in the game.
Look for that ball pick at the top.
Seams wanting to twist around, taken away by Braden Chapman. Braden Chapman down the floor with it. Slicing the defense, gets it out to his twin brother, who will bury the three-pointer. Cole Chapman.
It's not fair. They were in the womb together. They think alike. Not fair.
He's got 6 in the game, that being Cole Chapman.
They know where each other are at all times. Look at this. Knew his brother was going to be there. It's usually Cole to Braden. Cole being the point guard that time. It was Braden drawing the defenders, hitting Cole. And Greenbrier East had it down to 39-33. And the law firm, Chapman & Chapman, scored 5 in a row.
All right, Altz will come in. Libby will head out. So for Greenbrier East, they have Monquel Davis on the floor. Adam Seams, William Gabbert, Tucker Vi, and Sam Altz. Altz with it, and guarded there by Cameron Mans.
Boy, Greenbrier makes you play defense all over the court. Errant pass there from Seams.
And taken away by Shady. Here comes the Tigers, and the shot would not go, but Mans put it back up. He couldn't get it to drop, and it will be Greenbrier East basketball with 6:10 to go here in the game, and a Shady lead of 9.
If the Greenbrier East will attack the pressure, look for a fade pick for William Gabbert coming here. They need to get Gabbert to look at a three. That fade pick, he was over there. Gabbert's on the pick. Shady does a good job of switching it. And Gabbert for 3.
Boy, he can launch from the outside. Could not get that one to go, and here comes Cole Chapman with it to Mans. Fired across the court to Maxwell, who penetrates. Maxwell in trouble. Back out it comes to Cole Chapman. Shady will reset.
You know, both of these teams believe in the philosophy the go-to guy is the open guy. And, you know, when you need a bucket, Shady usually goes to Braden Chapman, and Greenbrier East will be looking for William Gabbert when they need one. There he is on the low post.
And ball out of bounds, and it's going to be Greenbrier East ball with 5:23 remaining. Spartans need points here. They trail by 9.
Oh, big possession, Mark. Need a bucket here.
Altz is the trigger. Gets it out to Davis.
Oh, nice jab
wants
step.
to drive, and the ball blocked, and Holstein snags it. Here comes Cole Chapman. Penetrating. He loses the handle. Ball goes out of bounds, and trying to save it, Davis. It will be Shady's ball. Duncan going to check back into the game for Shady, and heading out will be Amar Maxwell.
Amar Maxwell, the 9th grader, freshman, been giving Shady Spring good minutes. Another big possession. Greenbrier East needs to keep this thing in single digits. Big defensive possession for the Spartans.
Cole Chapman across the timeline, gets it into the hands of Braden Chapman. Now here's Todd Duncan with it. Duncan to Mans. Mans got away from the defense, drives, and he's fouled. Can't get the shot to drop, but Mans will get a chance to go to the free throw line.
Well, Shady has an equal opportunity system. They move the basketball, and they all have the green light to drive or shoot the three. Cameron Mans, an excellent outside shooter, going to the free throw line with a lot of confidence.
Hits the first. So it's 45-35. Mans now with 3 in the game. The foul was on Altz. That's his second. Mans hits both. He has 4 in the game. So it's an 11-point edge here, 46-35. Each team with 5 second-half fouls. Monquel Davis. Seams gets it to Vi. Davis in trouble, taken away. Ahead it goes to Mans. Mans driving and may have gotten fouled there by Seams.
Well, I'll tell you, after watching this the whole game, Greenbrier East moves and cuts well. And they're doing things offensively, but they're not scoring. You can do all that moving and cutting, but when you have 2 primary scorers on the floor in Bailey Coles and William Gabbert, when the defense gets uncentered, they pay for it. Now with 1 primary scorer, now I really like Seams, I really like Quentin Wilson, but I'm talking about primary scorers. Gabbert and Coles are the primary scorers, and their offense is really suffering with Bailey Coles sitting over there in street clothes.
So Mans hits both. It's now a
48-35
game, and here is Gabbert attacking the rim and putting it through. Gabbert now with 13 in the game. Checking in for Greenbrier East during those free throws.
Good play.
Was Cole Withrow. And
Ronnie Olsen double dribbled. They threw it to Ronnie. He was wide open on the turnover, and he double dribbled.
Cole Withrow. They take it away again with Shady. Relentless on the defensive end. Chapman to Duncan. Duncan. That would have been huge for Shady. But here comes Vi. Running the floor. Vi up with it. Got it to go, and he's fouled. Vi was not going to be denied.
I tell you, he went to that basket with authority. I thought he got too deep, and he's able to pull out the layup. Let's take a look here. Cole Chapman running beside him. Looked like Vi got deep. And they give him an opportunity for an and one on the Summit Community Bank instant replay.
All right, 48-39 now with 3:47 to go. Timeout here. Many thanks again to Joe Sharp, Darren McGuffin at Greenbrier Valley Channel 5 for airing tonight's Greenbrier East Shady Springs Showdown, being produced by Video Productions. This contest also live streaming on Video Productions. And also we salute the friends of the Greenbrier East Spartans, Mike and Susan Dixon, Michael and Lindsay Flack, the Bank of Monroe, Chad D. Berry, Attorney at Law, Dixon and Key, HVAC, Appalachian Finishings, and the Greenbrier Valley Channel 5. So Spartans return to the floor, and Vi, who has 4 points in the game, will try to make it a 3-point play.
Now let's see what East is going to do after this free throw. Bimbo Coles has changed something every time out. Let's see what they do after this. I look for him to be in an on-the-ball press. Oh, offensive rebound. Big play by Sims. Here they are. There's their press. They're in a 2-2-1. No, they're in a 12 press. And here they come. They'll try to get a trap right across half court. Good job by Shady beating the trap.
And down to Mans, and Mans will be fouled by Gabbert.
Well, Shady did a good job there. When you beat the press, you have to make your opponent pay for pressing you. So many teams will beat the press, then pull it out, and that's no advantage. Shady with a good 2-on-1 and great bucket by Cameron Mans.
Could not get the 3-point play there. But Mans with 6 points here in the quarter. That's his first miss at the free throw line. He has 10 in the game. Seams.
Good look.
No look pass. Seams. He's open. He'll launch. He'll get it to roll around. Boy, I thought he had it. Just would not drop. 50-41. Cole Chapman over to Mans. Mans walks with the basketball.
Yeah, got him dragging that pivot foot in the corner.
So another opportunity here for Greenbrier East. And, you know, Bob, the opportunities, they've had them, but they start to dwindle.
Oh, they do, and just got some good looks. That last three went in and out. It was halfway down the rim and popped out.
Cole with throw. Now here's Gabbert on the move. Gabbert up with a shot, and that was blocked by Duncan.
Yeah, Todd Duncan, good block. And Shady Spring ball. Now is when I talk about a good shot. And a good shot's determined by time, score, and momentum. So, you know, when you beat the press, it's a good shot. If you got numbers and you go ahead and take it like that, okay, great hustle by Greenbrier. Now taking the ball out of bounds under. If you got an easy one on the OB under, you take it. If not, you get it out front, get into your offense, show patience, and look for a really good one.
All right, it will be Duncan to trigger it in. So Davis comes out, so they're getting Libby back in there, and Libby in this game here today has
good Alabama play.
Libby's got 6 points.
You see that cut by Braden Chapman. Caught the defender with his head turned, looking at the ball, cut right to the basket. Had an easy one, wasn't able to convert.
Cole Chapman.
Look for Shady. Show a little patience here.
Here is Duncan with it. Duncan driving, dishing, off the glass, and in by Mans.
Cameron Mans has added that finishing to his game. Last year, more of a standstill shooter. He was injured a lot of the year. Early in this year, more of a standstill shooter. Tonight, showing his ability to finish around the basket.
Yeah, he's got 12, and it's an 11-point lead. By goes to Seams. Seams
Great
a shot
block.
blocked by Holstein. Here comes Cole Chapman with it, and this game goes under the 2-minute mark, and Ronnie Olson wants to take a timeout.
Yeah, Cole Chapman being harassed there. Got the ball knocked a little loose. Smart play by Cole Chapman.
We break away here inside the Armory in Beckley. Back in a moment.
General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100-plus stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Hey man, I really appreciate that Patrick price on my insurance, Jake from State Farm. Being a champ has its perks.
Here's the deal, Patrick. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Let me repay the favor with some field passes, come on.
No favors, just great rates.
Okay, fine. I'll let you wear the ring, but only for a day.
When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, stay.
Back inside here at the Armory in Beckley. The Beckley Raleigh County Convention Center on the Dave Barksdale court. Chapman fires it down there to Mans, 52-41. Shady Spring in the lead. Battle of state-ranked teams here.
Good.
Shady Spring and Greenbrier East. Braden Chapman fires it, and Shady just going to try to run clock
Keep away.
Here.
Keep away unless it's a layup, but
still there
keep
by
it out
Vi.
of the corner.
Here comes Vi. Vi will attack, and Vi's shot is blocked. Well, we've seen Duncan become the shot blocker here as of late.
I told you he was 4'11 as a night. He's never blocked any shots, and now he blocks 2 1/4. Big-time blocks by Todd Duncan.
Gabbert the trigger. East.
Here comes Gabbert off the down pick. Great switch by Holstein.
Driving and not getting it to go, and the rebound by Mans.
Well, Mark, one of my favorite sayings in coaching was so much more can be accomplished when nobody cares who gets the credit. And I'll tell you what, both of these teams are adopting an attitude like that, making the extra pass. Shady's been doing that all night. East, without Bailey Coles, trying to figure out a way to win. The ball moves, the ball doesn't stick. And both of these teams are becoming teams. And to win, you want to say March, but it's not March this year. To win in May, you have to be a team, and both of these teams are going in the proper direction.
Make it to May, 54-41 after Duncan hits both free throws. He has 15 in the game. Shot on its way, and that one won't go for Greenbrier East, but Gabbert had it. Well, he lost his footing and goes down, and it will be Shady's ball with 1:05 to go and a 13-point Tiger advantage over Greenbrier East.
Yeah, Shady's played well. Look at Bimbo. He wants a trap up there, wants them to extend the defense, and the Chapman brothers always make the right good pass to Jaden. And Jaden Holstein, smart play. He fumbled it, get it outside, run some clock. Greenbrier East looks like they're going to not foul, really go for the steal and try to get the double team, and Shady plays keep away.
Taken away by the Spartans. Here's Gabbert. He'll launch a three, and that one rattles around, won't go. Vi had it, taken away by Cole Chapman. Cole Chapman with it. Under 30 now left in the game. Todd Duncan will bring it across the timeline, gets it to Mans, and back out to Braden Chapman. It does not appear the Spartans are going to foul. And Shady Spring, well, they had a tough outing against a very good Morgantown team last night.
Good bounce back. Good. You get beat by 30 last night, bounce back, beat a good Quad A team tonight. Good job by the Shady Spring Tiger. Greenbrier East waiting to get Bailey back. They will be back on track.
54-41, the final score. Shady Spring wins it over Greenbrier East. We will recap it for you in a moment. You're watching live streaming coverage of the New River CTC Invitational on the Greenbrier Valley Channel 5 and Video Productions.
Hey, my name is Dante, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A nuggets is the authentic taste of it. You can tell it's freshly breaded, seasoned perfectly, and it just has this unique taste that compares to no other. Once I bite into it,
My name is Meredith, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is the oven-toasted, cheesy top layer. If home had a flavor, it would be Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese. I'm passionate about it.
Don't compromise, call John Mize, attorney at law in Beckley. Call 255-MIZE when you need help directly. When there's loss or injury or you've been wronged, call John Mize and your case is strong. Don't compromise, call John Mize, attorney at law in Beckley.
It's time. Time to take your next step. No, not a baby step. Make it a leap. A leap into a better future for you and your family. It's time to set a goal. Not just any goal, but a goal that will give you the tools for success. Now is your time, and we are here to help you achieve your goal. New River Community and Technical College is your next step to a great career.
54-41 the final score. Shady Spring a winner over Greenbrier East, fifth and final game of the day on what was day 4 of the New River CTC Invitational here in Beckley. Just a great event, no question about it. Both teams now 8-2 on the season. Friends of the Greenbrier East Spartans, Mike and Susan Dixon, Michael and Lindsay Flack. The Bank of Monroe, Chad D. Berry, attorney at law, Dixon and Key, HVAC. The Greenbrier Valley, Channel 5, and Appalachian Finishings. Also, many thanks to the New River CTC Invitational sponsors, the John Mize Law Firm, and Lewis Nissan. We will return and discuss this one further as Greenbrier East falls to Shady Spring 45-41. You're watching live streaming coverage of the New River CTC Invitational on Video Productions and also on the Greenbrier Valley Channel 5.
Once again, used car values have skyrocketed. This means you can see a 25 to 30% increase in the value of your car. We want your trade-in, and we want to give this money to our loyal customers instead of paying that additional money to buy vehicles at the auction. So between now and March 31st, Lewis Nissan will offer up to 30% above Kelley Blue Book average condition for your trade. We will also throw in 0% financing for up to 84 months and rebates as high as $6,000. Visit lewisnissan.com or call 1-800-TO-BECKLEY.
So what changed? How would you explain your success?
So I finally decided, don't compromise.
So as you can see, even a dummy knows when you've been hurt in a car wreck, don't compromise.
Back inside the Armory here in Beckley. Great to have you with us. The Beckley-Raleigh County Convention Center, affectionately known as the Armory, has been the site the last 4 days for great high school basketball with the New River CTC Invitational. 5 games today, and game number 5 concluding this great event with Shady Spring, a winner over Greenbrier East, 54-41. Battle of 2 state-ranked teams, and both are now 8-2 on the season. Leading scorer for Shady Spring was Todd Duncan with 15. He had 3 3-pointers in the game, 12 for Cameron Manns, and also 12 for Braden Chapman. Leading the way for Greenbrier East in double figures was William Gabbert with 13. Adam Seams had 11. Again, Greenbrier East going tonight without Bailey Cole, so tough situation for Coach Bimbo Coles and his crew, but just a good high school basketball game between 2 outstanding coaches and programs here tonight, Bob Boland.
Oh, I agree with you 100%, Mark. Hard-fought game. Again, Greenbrier East a little undermanned without Bailey Coles, their leading scorer, pumping in 25 points a game. Shady had balanced scoring. They shared the basketball. They were able to knock down open jump shots. Todd Duncan with 15 played really well, but the law firm Chapman & Chapman always get other people's shots. And Cameron Mans came in there tonight and gave Shady a really good lift. So good win for Shady. I watched Bimbo after the game, and he just sprinted straight to the dressing room. And I guarantee the message that he's given his team is we're supposed to win without Bailey. And that's what a winner does. And a winner doesn't go in there, okay, guys, let's go eat McDonald's. Bailey didn't play. We lost. So what? He's going in there telling them we should have won the game anyway. Ronnie Olson's going and telling his team another victory over a Quad A team. Let's get it going. And both of these teams will be ready by tournament time, and I look forward to seeing both of them in May.
Yeah, I know. It's still, again,
that's hard.
We know the Final Four is being played this weekend, and usually the state tournament, it was a couple of weeks back. But, hey, we're playing high school basketball in West Virginia, and we wish all the teams the best. We hope all can get healthy, and there won't be any snags along the way on the tournament trail to make it to the Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center for that great state basketball tournament. Bob Boland, great being with you, my friend. I know we'll see each other down the road.
Hey, I loved it, Mark. Great day. Good to see my old partner back, and video productions just gets better every day.
Yep, no doubt about it. Great crew tonight with Robbie Mounts, Jason and Andrew Boland, and also the executive producer of Video Production Sports, Butch Mounts. They ran the show over the course of 4 days and 5 big games here today. Many thanks to the head coaches in this game for their help in our preparation for this live streaming telecast that also aired live tonight on the Greenbrier Valley Channel 5. Many thanks to those folks as well here tonight, Josh Sharp and Darren McGuffin. And hopefully it was a great show for all those in the beautiful Greenbrier Valley area tonight. Shady wins it 54-41. Tigers now 8-2, and the Spartans are also now 8-2. And also, before we go, we must salute one more time the director of this great event, Mike Green, the head basketball coach at Independence High School, for his work in getting this event on in what has been a very trying year with high school basketball. But kudos to all those involved with this New River CTC Invitational. It was absolutely fantastic this week. So for Bob Boland, our great crew, I'm Mark Martin saying so long from Beckley. The final score, Shady Spring 54, Greenbrier East 41. All games airing on Video Productions are streaming live and archived on the Video Productions website and on Facebook. And again, many thanks tonight to our friends at the Greenbrier Valley Channel 5 for airing this telecast. Tonight's game has been a presentation of Video Production Sports.